Hi folks, I'm Florian from iProcess, and today we're talking about something that can come in very handy in your software development, a change management checklist. When it comes to information and change requests, we all know this style. Not very helpful, right? And for completeness, there's also the opposite that looks like this. Granted, more information, maybe even the right information, might be buried somewhere in there, but also not very efficient to work with. Of course, there are also many well-documented change requests out there, but the chance is you get something that is time-consuming to work through because it is either lacking a lot of information or it's cluttered. Something that can be helpful to improve the situation is a predefined checklist in your change management tool. Something to guide the engineers when creating and analyzing the tickets. This, by the way, is also suggested by software development standards and guidelines that likely apply to your project in the automotive world. Alright, here's a list of information every change request should have in the description. Ideally, your tool pre-fills the field with the list. Like that, you make sure all items are in there. First, reason for the change. What is the motivation and why is this change necessary or desirable? Second, type of change. Possible types of changes include error resolution, adaptation, elimination, enhancement, or prevention. Third, priority of the change. How urgent is it to get it implemented? Immediately, this release, next release, etc. Fourth, risk of the change. Can this create significant build break, a minor user visible issue, or only non-visible effects? Fifth, impact on specifications. What is the impact on your specifications on all levels, from the highest level of requirements over safety analysis in case your project is safety relevant, all the way down to software requirements and detailed design? Sixth, impact on validation. What test cases have to be modified in order to cover this change? What test cases have to be created? What test cases have to be retired? One tip that has been proven well is to ask the reporter of the change to state the summary or heading to the test cases have to be created. Like this, the engineer in charge of the task already has a good starting point. Seventh, timeline. How many man hours are needed? How long will it take to implement a change? And, important, to validate it as well. And finally, eighth, cost. How much will this add up to? This could be the man hours from point 7 only, but it could also have added costs, for example, for test setup modifications. Conclusion. No matter what process model you follow in your product development, change requests will be a significant part of it. A well-defined change process will definitely support a smooth sequence of events, and change request checklists will help to guide your engineers to provide their most efficient and effective contribution to it. The list I just presented is a best practice list combined with recommendations from common process requirements in the automotive industry. But it can also be tailored, meaning modified or extended to your project needs. Feel free to reach out, iProcess can help you with that.